Welcome back to D20 Tactics. On this channel I play Dungeons & Dragons with my friends, and we explore combat scenarios and play out the tactics used to defeat monsters quickly and safely, giving you more time to get back to roleplaying. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Saracen Zero, and today I'm joined by BlindOracle, Fear No Equal, AzureWolf, and LongFish. Together we'll run through typical battles that adventurers might see playing Dungeons & Dragons. Whether you're a new player trying to gain experience and level up your game, a seasoned fighter looking to learn some new tricks and maintain your edge, or a dungeon master who wants to get the most challenge out of your monsters. Join us as we slice and dice our way through monsters and mayhem and evaluate the tactics and decide who makes it onto the boss fight and who's going to be reaching for a fresh character sheet. In this series, the players are controlling the characters straight out of the starter set.
I am Fear No Equal, and I'm playing the level 5 fighter.
I'm AzureWolf, and I'm playing a level 5 elf wizard.
I'm LongFish, I'm playing a level 5 dwarf cleric.
I'm BlindOracle, and I'm playing a level 5 halfling rogue.
At level 5, our daring adventurers are facing off against the corrupted lizardfolk in a swamp near a peaceful settlement. They'll have to face 6 encounters all based on this theme before they get to a long rest and level up to level 6. This is the 5th dungeon in the starter set series, so if you missed the start, you can find a link to it in the description below. Let's review what the players have at the start of the dungeon.
I'm playing the wizard, and I have 32 hit points. I have a wand of magic missiles, a wind fan. My prepared spells are mage armor, magic missiles, shield, enlarge reduced, shatter, web, counterspell, fireball, and haste. Ritual casted find familiar to have the owl, and I've got mage armor on.
I am playing a level 5 fighter. I have extra attack, which allows me to make 2 attacks when I take the attack action. I also activate critical hits on 19s and 20s on the d20. I have second wind, which allows me to, as a bonus action, recover d10 plus 5 healing once per short rest. I also have action surge, which allows me to take an additional regular action once per short rest. My items are my weapons, a great axe, a pike, and a maul for a variety of damage types, and javelins to give me some ranged attack. I have a ring of jumping, which triples my jump distance, as well as a potion of growth, potion of healing, and the adamantine chainmail, which prevents me from being subject to critical hits by enemies.
I'm playing a level 5 cleric. I have 43 hit points max. I'm carrying a warhammer and 2 hand axes as my weapons. I also have 4 potions of healing and a cloak of protection, which increases my AC. I have 4 level 1 spell slots: Bless, Cure Wounds, Guiding Bolt, Healing Word, Inflict Wounds. 3 level 2 spell slots: Aid, Hold Person, Lesser Restoration, Prayer of Healing, Spiritual Weapon, Warding Bond, and 2 level 3 spell slots: Beacon of Hope, Dispel Magic, Revivify, and Spirit Guardians. I'm casting 8, the wizard, the rogue, and the fighter.
I'm playing the rogue, and the abilities on this are very simple. Let's start with the big one. I have sneak attack dice. These are bonus damage dice that get added whenever I attack a target with advantage and don't have disadvantage at the same time, or if I attack a target that is in melee with a friendly character. Those trigger once per turn. There's a number of items on the character at this point. Boots of Elvenkind to give me advantage to stealth checks while I'm in motion. The Efficient Quiver and the Dust of Disappearance are Ease of Life and Get Out of Jail free cards. The Efficient Quiver allows me to store more arrows, and the Dust of Disappearance allows me to disappear as the spell Invisibility as a consumable. There's also 2 potions on the character, a potion of fire breathing and a potion of healing. These are both items to help me out of tricky situations. The potion of fire breathing allows me to produce a cone of flame for 5d6 damage. Beyond that, the other key ability on the rogue is an ability called Fast Hands, which enhances my cunning action ability. Cunning action allows me to do things like take the dash action as a bonus action, take the hide action as a bonus action, or the disengage action as a bonus action. Fast Hands allows me to use an item, such as caltrops or a vial of acid or the ball bearings as a bonus action. It also allows me to use Thieves' Tools as a bonus action or steal via pickpocket as a bonus action. The final ability worth noting is an additional ability called Second Story Work. Second Story Work says it no longer costs me additional movement to climb and increases my ability to jump.
All the encounters use monsters straight out of the monster manual, with no modifications or adjustments. Encounters are based on the challenge rating from that book. I'll control the monsters and do my best to put as many adventurers into the ground as possible. As we go, we'll talk about the choices we made, why they fit the characters that the players are using, and what mistakes we made along the way. grab your dice, draw your sword, and let's jump into combat. So you guys have been asked by the mayor of a local city to investigate the cause of the corruption of the lizard folk in the neighboring swamp. To that end, you guys will go through 6 encounters, all of which are outdoors and involving quite a bit of terrain to investigate the unusual aggressive behavior by the lizard folk. Monster abilities. This first encounter is with a giant crocodile. Giant crocodiles are big beefy monsters, so as you guys have found, not particularly scary in the past. They can hold their breath for up to 30 minutes. Why is this important? Well, they can grapple with a bite attack and then drag you underwater. They also have the tail attack that they can use, and they can use both of them in the same action as they have multi-attack. Terrain effects. The terrain has gotten a lot busier than the last time you've seen. Blue terrain is river, and rivers are difficult terrain unless you have a swim speed. If you have a swim speed, you can move through them normally. Orange terrain are cliffs. Cliffs, they have a DC 15 athletics check to climb them, unless you have a climb speed. There are some vines as well. The vines have a DC 10 to climb those, so they're a little bit easier to climb. Otherwise, there's a bunch of terrain. There's a tree in the middle that is an acrobatics check to run across at full speed. Otherwise, you move at half speed with no acrobatics check. It's DC 10 acrobatics check to run across the log. And then there's some shrubs and trees that just cause the usual amount of difficult terrain. That's our terrain layer. And tactics. Big scary monster in the water. What are you guys thinking?
Quick question. He is visible, is he not?
He is visible. Yeah, everyone's aware of everybody else.
Suss him up onto the bank and pound on him.
Accurate.
Yeah, I guess we just choke point him at the tree.
I don't think we need to choke point him so much as just stand in front of him and not let him get at the squishies.
Yeah.
All right. That seems like pretty straightforward tactics. If that's all you guys have, I guess we're going to go ahead and roll for initiative. Who has above a 20?
The rogue does. 20 flat.
Who has between a 15 and a 20?
19 on the owl.
18 on the fighter.
Who has between a 15 and a 10? I got a 14 for the croc.
12 for the wizard.
I have a 4.
BlindOracle, you're up first.
First things first, I'd like to move into the bush. Right there, perfect. Then I would like to take the hide action. Hide check in this case is 25.
25 will succeed.
I believe I can see the croc from where I'm sitting, yes?
Yeah, you got it.
Cool, let's take the shot. With advantage, that's a 15.
15 is going to connect against their natural armor.
Yeah, right, large slow target. Ooh, 11 points of damage. If I have movement, I'd actually like to back up a little bit.
After the BlindOracle's the owl.
I'm going to have him move in and get the help action for the fighter.
8 to get to him. Where do you want to go from there?
Up.
That's smart.
Unless that crocodile's got wings.
After the owl is the fear.
Step forward 10 feet, and then I will ready an action to strike the crocodile if it comes within range.
After that is the croc. Croc has a movement speed of 30. Has no problem with that. 10 feet with my tail. Croc's going to go after the fighter for now. You have a ready to action lead.
Rolling for my first attack. That is a 10 to hit.
Was that with advantage?
I did not. That is a 22.
22 will connect.
That is all of 7 damage. Rolling my second.
When you ready an action, you cannot take multi-attack. You only ready a single attack. Even if you have extra attack, even if you have multi-attack, you can only make a single one.
Gotcha.
What I should have done from 10 feet away is make a tail attack. So that's going to be a 13 to hit you.
Miss.
And then a bite attack, that's going to be a 14 to hit you.
Also miss.
That's the croc. After that is the AzureWolf.
Going to move 2 to the east to kind of get around those 2, so for casting purposes. Because I think I have a LOS now.
Yeah.
Let's go for Firebolt. That is a 19
19 will connect.
for a whopping 3 points of fire damage.
What else?
I would like to move back to the west. That's it for me.
LongFish.
Let's see. Put me 1 above the tree trunk. I'll cast a Sacred Flame. Dex 50.
I'm going to get another 9. That's going to fail.
2d8 for 16 damage.
Ow. Anything else for LongFish?
That's it for me.
BlindOracle.
Rinse and repeat. Move up to inside the tree. Hide action with advantage says a 15.
That'll do it.
Take the shot. With advantage says another 15.
15 is not going to do it because he's got cover from a couple of sources.
Okay. Move back.
After that, we go to the owl.
Swoop back down, help action for the fighter again, and back up in the air.
After that is the fear.
Making a regular attack. This is the first time this has been relevant. Do I have advantage on both of these attacks?
No, only on the first.
All right, advantage on the first attack. That is a natural 20.
Yep.
13 total damage. Second attack. That is a 23 for 9 total damage.
Anything else for the fear?
Nope, that will do.
Croc. Yeah, I don't see a way to get around you guys. I can move through your squares, but I don't think I will be able to clear them. You guys have spaced them such that I can't clear, and I don't really want to squeeze. All right, we'll just go after the fighter again. Here's the tail. 22 to hit you with the tail.
That will hit.
Take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and make a strength save.
Strength save is 15.
15 is a failure. So you're going to be knocked prone. Then he's going to get advantage to hit you with his bite attack. His bite gets a 24 to hit you. It's going to do 33 points of damage.
Yikes.
And you're grappled.
Fun.
And you're restrained. That was my Croc, AzureWolf.
Move to the east again. Firebolt. That's going to be a 20, not natural.
Okay.
And 10 points of damage. And then back to the west.
LongFish.
I am gonna do a Sacred Flame again. Dex 15.
I'm going to fail.
2 failures and sacred misses. Ow.
11 damage. And that's all I'm gonna do.
After the LongFish is BlindOracle.
Let's take the hide action before we move this time. 21.
21 succeeds.
And then I'd like to take the square north of the dwarf, shoot the croc, and then move back. 21 to hit.
21 will succeed.
22 points of damage.
22 points of damage is lethal to the Croc. What do you guys want to do at the end of the encounter?
Pop second wind.
Let's see, is the channel divinity thing worth it?
Do you need 25 hit points?
I mean, I am at 6 of 44.
You should be out of 49, right?
Yes, I am at 6 out of 49.
The Life Cleric ability, Preserve Life, only brings them up to half. The order of operations there, you probably want to pop Preserve Life before you do the second wind.
Then it would be very useful.
I'll pop it. You get 18 hit points.
I will recover 15 with second wind.
All right, well, big scary monsters out of the way. 1 encounter down, 5 more to go before the long rest. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you'll join us next week as the adventure continues. I'm Saracen Zero, and I will see you next time.